Alright, hello everyone. We're gonna get started here in just a minute. Welcome to MYRISE, by the way. I'm gonna go ahead and get on in there, and I'll be with you guys in just 1 second. Hello everyone, welcome back to some more WWE 2K23. Today we're gonna get started with my GM mode. I am extremely excited for this because it seems to me like it's not gonna be as horrid as it was before. Because, I don't think I have a way to see it from here. We're gonna be playing it on hard difficulty all the way through. I might play my other one on legend, but we're not gonna drop any lower than hard. Yeah, I don't really have a way to go back and see. I think I finished everything with the moveset. Victory should be good too. I know I made the entrance. Shawn Michaels' pyro is broken, sadly. Shawn Michaels 97. So I really wanted to use his because it was perfect. But for one, it plays the effect at the wrong timing within the entrance. Like it plays the sound effect at the wrong time compared to the normal effect. Merry Christmas, Brands. How you doing? What? Why Merry Christmas? It's March, dude. This is March Madness out here. Like Macho Madness. Um, Gosh, I forgot what I was gonna say. Oh yeah, so, yeah, no, it's gone again. Oh yeah, everything's good. Yeah, that one plays the sound effect at the wrong time. Really weird. Brands, do you watch wrestling at all, or have you ever in the past, like, are you familiar at all with, like, wrestlers or anything like that? I was gonna talk to this girl. This is a
Hi,
completely
I'm
original character.
LJ. Little Justine. Yeah, I overheard.
So
Oh, precious.
I don't know anything about her.
Yeah. I
I
was
wonder if they're gonna
actually
bring
going to
back
say I
some of the
recognize
other
you from
characters from the
NXT 2.0.
previous My
Ava
Rise.
Moreno, right? You had some great matches with Cora Jade. I didn't realize you had gotten drafted to SmackDown.
Guess your famous
Just spoke.
WWE legend aunt
Makes
hasn't
sense.
been able to get you up to speed on everything.
Honestly, we've been pretty busy prepping for my debut. I'm a little out of the loop on
Is
everything
were you
else.
saying you used
Who's your
to?
match with tonight?
I don't
All I
have
got
a
was I
match on the
used.
show tonight. Not all of us are able to
Oh,
skip the
okay.
line,
When John
LJ.
Cena was big. So are you talking about like big in like the late 2000s, early 2010s big, kinda? Because John's career, I think, mostly took off around 05, 06. His peak was probably between 08 and 2010 to 12 in there. And then from there it kind of started to taper off because he went into movies and everything a lot more through the 2010s. And then, now being just basically a full-time actor, very rarely at WWE. What's with the attitude?
Did I do something wrong? What's with the attitude?
Let me lay it out for you. A girl named Ava works her whole life to be the best athlete she can be. Excels at some things naturally, puts in the time to get better at the rest. Gets signed to WWE, continues to grind at the Performance Center doing everything the WWE way. Makes a mark on NXT 2.0, wins her matches, and gets signed to SmackDown.
Yeah, we can do Ghost.
Sounds pretty great, right?
I will be streaming this for a while, and then one of my friends from the UK, we normally game when he gets on because we both have very limited windows because of the time difference in our schedules of like when we actually do get to, and so normally by around like 4 or 5 o'clock, we're done. So by that time, through the rest of the evening, I should be free, maybe even sooner. But yeah, I'm good to do that today. Oh, you work from 5 to 10. Okay. Well, 5 to 10. Alright. Okay, well, we can do something earlier then, and then just add all three of us to the party, and yeah, we can just get through like however many levels, just like the first 3, 4, maybe 5 missions of the game, and then uh, some other day, plan a day maybe in the evening when we're both free, and then just, you know, grind for hours or whatever. Okay, that works, or we can just do like a few missions today. It's up to you. Um, I have class from like 4 to 6:50, which usually she keeps us in until 7 because she's an idiot. No, I'm kidding. She's not actually an idiot, but it is kind of annoying because it's supposed to be 4 to 6:50, but she usually keeps us till 7 anyway. And I'm like, why do you never plan for this being over at 6:50 when you know that's the time this class ends? Like, I didn't pay to be here that extra 10 minutes.
Yeah, sounds like it.
Some of us work hard. Some of us work
I
harder.
feel like this is the kind of
And
game
some
where
of
they
us,
give you
LJ,
2
get to
options of
waltz into
responses,
Survivor
but they're
Series
still
and
going
get
to
put
say
into a match that the
the
rest
same
of us,
thing regardless of what
those
you
of us
choose.
who have done everything by the book, would kill for.
Like, they give you major options of like face and heel, so good and bad, but then between these two, I don't think it really matters
My
what I
aunt
choose.
is a legend, but I'm good at this. I got here
Like,
on my
it
own.
determines my
I'm not just
dialogue,
some
but I don't think it
nepotism
determines
signing.
their response.
Got here on your own? We'll see what happens tonight. Maybe you are good, and you'll prove that.
That one might have.
Regardless, I haven't been given the same opportunity on this brand to prove how good I am. So excuse me if I don't play nice with little Justine, the legacy hire.
Yeah, most of the, because that's back when it was branded as my career, most of the career mode things weren't good in those 2K games. I like the stories, the actual story modes, of like a lot of the ones, like when they had the Attitude Era, or I didn't really like WWE 12 very much because that one was just weird, 3 different ones, but like when it plays through like a wrestler's career or when it plays through a certain era, um, things like that, I usually really like those. But the superstar centered ones have not been good for a really long time. Last year was okay, but because like the main wrestler who the ending of the story mode was supposed to be centered around got released from the company, they actually had to just remove the ending of the story of the game, like the created character story, MYRISE, and it was just awful because like you go through all this different stuff. You start in the performance center, which is like their training camp essentially, and then you go through like the different shows, NXT, Raw, SmackDown, and then it just ends up like, okay, well I did all that, but what was the point? Because it doesn't have any like actual conclusion. Let's go right to left and just talk to Bianca next and finish the
Hey,
show.
nice to finally meet the EST of WWE.
What? Isn't that you?
As in new S superstar in WWE. Ready to show Team Raw what's up tonight?
You know it.
You know it. That's exactly what I'm here to
That was
do.
almost accurate.
Now that's the confidence I like to hear. And remember, the rest of Team SmackDown has your back. Although, ideally, we would have at least met each other to get on the same page before today.
I always hate
Yeah,
the
they said they were really
audio
trying
of
to
the
keep my
recording
debut a
from the
secret.
superstars. It sounds like they had my character in like an actual audio recording booth, but sometimes with these superstars, especially last year, it sounded like they just sent in like voice notes on their phone, dude, or something, and they just put it in the game.
I get it. I mean, the WWE Universe is going to lose their minds when they realize you're related to Justine. And don't think I'm not going to fangirl out and grill you after we win. You gotta tell me exactly what she's like.
I want to make my own mark.
Listen, I love my aunt. I even spent summers traveling with her on tour growing up. But it's important for me to make my own mark in WWE. Hopefully I can do that tonight.
You know the EST is all about standing out, so I understand completely. See you out there tonight. We got this.
But yeah, so far, 2K23 has been an amazing experience for the most part. The only thing I don't like, it's a general problem the 2K games have had for years, is that there's always something that will just be like a running bug in their games that they never fix, or they'll introduce things that weren't a problem in previous games with the AI that are a problem now. Like for some reason in this game, for one, the CPU is just like too, I don't want to say aggressive, but they're just too eager to get into the next move or to their next target, and they just run everywhere they're trying to go. And it makes things so awkward and like weirdly paced because they never just like walk over to the next person they're trying to fight. Like they always want to run there. Two, they get up way too quickly from every single move you do, and it takes so long to get them to a point where you're knocking them down and they're not just trying to immediately get back up again. Three, when they slide back into the ring, their interactions with like objects is really weird, especially the ladders, because if a ladder is set up, they slide in from like anywhere and it's just automatically knocking the ladder over. Even if like two people have climbed up there, they're trying to pull the title down, it's easier to slide in the ring and knock the ladder over than it is to use the function of actually grabbing the ladder and pushing it over, which is extremely annoying. And so like just all those things combined, plus they've got it to where like the CPU basically just automatically knows when your character starts rolling out of the ring, because there's a natural version of rolling out the ring where you sometimes when you get knocked down, your character just starts rolling to regroup, and the CPU just knows when you're going to do that. So by the time you start rolling, they're already moving outside of the ring to try to do the next thing to you. And then there's the manual way of doing it where it's like a intentional rollout where you roll out and you're on your feet, you're ready to go, and you can either slide back in, move around, wait for them to come to you, whatever you want to do. But the other one, you really don't have time to do anything. I hope you don't think we're going to be
friends. I certainly won't be taking it easy on you tonight.
Why would I want to be?
Why would you think I'd want to be friends with you?
Because we both come from famous WWE lineage.
And?
But let's be real. We're not the same.
Okay. Did I offend you?
Sorry if I offended you in some way.
Ugh. I have a lot of respect for your aunt. You, not so much. You're only here because you're cashing in on her legacy. But do your best not to make all of us second-generation superstars look bad.
Are they all forced to say aunt for this, or do they all just
tonight
actually
when
say
you're
aunt?
Against me and the rest of Team Raw.
Not a single person has said aunt so far, and I thought that was more of a divisive thing where some people say aunt, others say aunt. Alright, let's talk to Molly Holly.
Sorry I wasn't able to check in with you sooner. It's always nuts backstage before a major show. And I lost a full 20 minutes to Happy Corbin, who wanted to practice a stand-up routine on me. Luckily, Xia Li overheard and protected me from his bad jokes. How are you doing? Feeling good about tonight?
Honestly, I'm ready. I've trained my whole life for this.
All right. Let's take that confidence,
I do wish
not,
that they'd also
add
add
it into a great debut.
at least a few different voices in the game, or at least allow you to adjust
really
like pitch and tone.
To help you succeed here.
Because it's weird that no matter what kind of character you create, they always have the exact same
Stick
voice.
around here long enough, and you'll have history with everyone. Alliances, rivalries, heck, we even have our fair share of weddings. Although those rarely seem to work out. But let's talk about your debut. I've got your custom gear ready.
Custom gear? What do you mean?
Honestly, I get it. I wouldn't want to debut in it either.
I want to make a meme character.
No, I mean I have no idea what you're talking about.
Huh. Not sure how this didn't get to you, but WWE management asked that you debut in a look that honors Justine's legacy. So they've made gear inspired by what your aunt wore when she won her first championship. Not that that specific match would be the moment I'd choose to commemorate. Justine got lucky.
But I brought my own gear. I designed it myself. Besides, I'm not sure if I want to use my aunt's image to establish my own. I want to make my own mark.
Listen, despite my personal feelings, it never hurts to get a rub from a WWE legend. It's also probably not wise to go against management on day one. But I know it's important to stand on your own 2 feet around here. Ultimately, the decision is yours. What do you want to do?
Okay, so important decisions crucial to your MYRISE are marked with or these icons signify a decision that changes the trajectory of your story or which superstars might align with you in the future. Try playing the Lock in the Legacy multiple times to experience the opposite path and present it with this icon, as you'll see different stories from these choices. Alright, so do we want to honor Justine's legacy or make our own mark? Yeah, see, this is kind of a tough one because, you know, it is smart, you know, from a wrestling standpoint of being like a new hire in the company, of like just going with what they want me to do. But like in terms of providing longevity for my career, it would probably be best to make my own mark because no one wants me to just be Justine 2.0, because eventually that's going to get stale and boring. And this is my first opportunity to decide like for myself what I'm going to do. Plus it's not like they're going to fire me or something just because I wanted to make my own mark and do my own thing. And I think it's also better, it's always worked out better for people when they don't just, yeah, no, you can't. I've blocked out a lot of like swear words and different stuff because I have my stream set up to be like child friendly essentially, so I wouldn't want anything being done or said in here that if a child were to pop in or something that I wouldn't want them here. Like, obviously, I don't have a problem with it IRL, or like when we're hanging out as friends and stuff. I just always try to make my content and stream and upload and stuff with that mentality. I'm not trying to attract children. I said I'm trying to make it a safe place for children if they do show up. Like, I'm gonna go with
I
make
love my
own mark.
aunt and she taught me a lot, but if I'm going to make it here, I need to make my own mark. I'm going to wear the gear I designed.
All right. We'll see how management reacts. Standing your ground can really go either
Actually, I
way
think it's probably
here.
counterintuitive to attracting children because they
make
probably
your own
want
mark,
to be able to
you
type
better
in
have the
stupid crap and
performance
get
out
away
there
with
to
it.
back it up. Go get changed. It's
But once
go
they come
time.
in and see they can't troll, they'd probably just leave. Alright, time to make our debut. This is that Survivor Series. I think it said, I forgot who it said our teammates are. I think it might be Bianca and Liv or something against like Charlotte, Bailey, and someone else. Alright, well, at any rate, here we go. Ah, Rhea. It was Rhea, Bailey, and Charlotte. Now, is it elimination or is it just normal? Because if it's accurate, then it would be elimination. I really hope that soon enough they add in 10-man matches, because it was really huge when they finally added in 8-man matches, because I don't think ever before they had 8-man matches in the game. If they did, it was probably back very early, like in the PS2 or even maybe PS1 game. Croissant the auntie.
Do you know who that is? The final member of Team SmackDown is none other than the niece of WWE Hall of Famer Justine.
This is the gear I designed for Croissant.
Hold on tight, we're about to witness one of the most anticipated Series matches in years.
Oh,
And one of the most anticipated debuts in years. This rookie superstar could be the second coming of her legendary Hall of Fame aunt, Justine. Don't get your hopes up, Saxton.
Okay, you can chill out, Rhea. It's not that serious. I'm not reverse that. There it is.
She manages to get control.
Tension on it.
You can see the intent behind that attack. Exploiting the arm.
How come you didn't say anything for all that time and then you just come back with weird shit? Big back body drop. Scooping her up. Let's get the rebound here. Not the rebound, the pullback. Ooh, nice. Selling the arm. Okay. Hey, Rhea, you've been listening. Okay.
She certainly has the confidence of her aunt. Looks like she's setting up for the Justine Jammer. She's putting her own mark on an old classic. Charlotte Flair has anything to say about it. You only have one chance to make a first impression, and this one might include a hurt ankle. And Rhea's taking advantage. Riptide, covered by Ripley.
Dead.
Rhea good. With the elimination, Team Raw now has the advantage. What a letdown for the Blue Squad. She definitely didn't expect to be out so early in this match. The top rope mishap and apparent ankle injury played a key role in that. And it looks like Charlotte Flair is determined to add insult to injury. Wait a minute. Hall of Famer Justine is here. We haven't seen Justine in a WWE arena for over a decade. One thing is clear, the WWE Universe is thrilled to see this venerated six-time women's champion here tonight in any circumstance. And it looks like Justine is just as thrilled to see them. Things might not have turned out how she wanted for her niece, but she's loving this crowd. I'm just hoping that Justine can get her niece on the right track. After this debut, she certainly needs some guidance.
Where? That's how that went. Yeah, sometimes I get kind of tired of all like the easy objectives in matches that just make them end in like 5 seconds. Because like, what was the point of even having started that to begin with, you know? Yeah, pretty much. Like, I barely did anything that whole time, and then they were like, alright, that's the end. Okay. This was nothing new there. We got Molly, Justine, and Liv. Start over here with Liv. She was on my team.
What was that about? I like to show off as much as the next person, but that was embarrassing.
Sorry. I understand why you're upset, but I did my best.
You grew up learning from one of the most talented WWE legends in history, and that's your best? I did a better job teaching myself in my backyard. Don't expect this to blow over with the SmackDown women's locker room. The Raw women are going to rub this loss in our faces for a long time.
Alright, well, that was her thoughts. Let's talk to Molly next.
I can't say that was the debut we were hoping for.
Not at all.
I don't know what happened out there. I wanted to make a name for myself based on my own talent.
And you decided to do something showy. took your eyes off of what was happening, and let Charlotte blindside you.
I'm sorry. I won't let it happen again. I got carried away.
You did. Remember, you're here because you're good. And you could be great. I wouldn't have any patience for Justine's brat, no-talent niece.
Alright,
Don't
see you later,
expect
man.
everything to come all at once.
Take it easy, and then,
You
yeah,
could
let
have
me
gone
know,
out there and
like,
had
if
a
you
solid
want
match,
to
and that would have
play
been
Ghost
enough.
later today
Win or
before you
lose.
get off
But
to
you
work
bit off more than
and
you
just
could
do a few
chew.
missions, or if you'd rather just do it tomorrow. As long as it's before 4 or, you know, after 7, basically, then that works.
Maybe you're right.
Of course I'm right. I'm a WWE legend. I'll do my best at damage control. You're already off to a rough start with management. They weren't thrilled that you decided against wearing the tribute gear. Although maybe I can spin that, since it wasn't exactly the performance they would have wanted to be associated with Justine's legacy. Actually worked out for the best.
Nope. They'll just associate it with little old me. I've already seen the chatter on social media.
Great. You're worried about social media at a time like this? Get
I
your
mean,
head
it
in the
does kind of
game.
matter,
I'll see you at SmackDown, and we'll take it from there.
especially in today's age. Like, how superstars appear on social media is a huge part of, you know, how they're perceiving the company as well.
Did you hear that pop?
What? The sound of my ankle popping or my career imploding?
Oh, how is that ankle? Or more importantly, how's that ego?
Ankle's okay. Ego? That's another story.
You really went for it out there, huh? Didn't hold back?
The WWE Universe knows I'm related to a legend, and I wanted to make my own mark, but I got carried away. Shouldn't have done that.
I've had enough coulda, woulda, shouldas to last me multiple lifetimes. It's not worth your time to live in the past. I wish I was medically cleared to fight. I would have decked Charlotte Flair for you.
What was that you just finished saying about the coulda, woulda, shouldas?
Oh, shush. One of the few perks of having a career-ending injury is getting to ask my niece to do as I say, not as I do. Since I, you know, can't.
Right.
Listen, I don't want to leave if you need to talk, but I got word that WWE management wants to chat before we head out. Something about the buzz online, whatever that means. You okay?
If anyone taught me how to be resilient, it's you. I'm fine. I'll talk to you later.
That's my girl. I'll find you in a bit.
Alright, let's see where this goes. Go to SmackDown.
But what people forget is that for someone to win, someone else has to lose.
It is better to win, though.
Of course. Actually, speaking of winning, I have a few developments that Ruthless Digressions listeners will be thrilled to hear about.
Oh, care to share with those listeners or your
Who the heck is
co-host?
talking
Like I
right now?
told my niece at Survivor Series, patience, Robin, patience.
Oh, that's Justine's podcast, okay. I was like, I don't know whose voices those are. I have heard Justine talk like a couple times. So I haven't heard her long enough to recognize her voice. And then I haven't heard Robin's voice since the last game. Sorry if that was deafening, I can't speak today, deafeningly loud for anyone. Deafeningly, gosh, that was deafening for anyone. Holy crap, who made words, dude? Like, maybe they just need a new job, a new career path. Some of this stuff was not meant to be said by English speakers. Okay. So it looks like social media doesn't blow up after every single thing like it did in the last game, which is something I'm gonna have to get used to. I just do drop the SmackDown Women's Champion. Since when is that? That was a top. Oh yeah,
welcome to SmackDown.
Oh, she's nice.
Thanks. You know, after what Liv said at Survivor Series, I wasn't sure if I'd be getting the warmest welcome today.
Oh, you won't be. But I have a different perspective than the rest of the girls. In fact, I'm actually usually pretty rude to the newbies because, well, I don't want them coming for my SmackDown Women's Championship. But I don't have to worry about you at all.
Thanks.
I'd like a championship someday, but I plan to put in the work and build myself up to that.
You're so funny! Someday, if your huge mistake at Survivor Series is any indication, I'll be in the Hall of Fame before you're even ready to think about challenging for the championship. Nothing to worry about here, so we can be friends.
I think we're done here.
Dude, why are all of them such jerks? It's like, do you know how many people have like disastrous or blundered or just goofy looking debuts? Almost all of them. Like
LJ,
so many of the greats
welcome to SmackDown.
have
How you
debuted in like
doing?
uneventful
I'm sorry
or,
that Survivor Series
you know,
didn't go so well.
just terrible ways.
Yeah, not the debut I was hoping for.
Well, you're here now, and have your whole career ahead of you. Listen, I may just be a cameraman, so I can't help train you, but I've been with WWE long enough that I pride myself on knowing how things work around here. Happy to answer any questions you might have.
How do I improve my skills around here?
It's just like the old saying goes, practice makes perfect. The more matches and experience you have in WWE, the better. From there, it's usually up to you to determine how you want to apply what you've learned.
Oh, I meant to
Whether
tell
it's
Brand
improving your
something
strength, getting better at submissions, or putting more power behind your punches. You get the idea.
I'll just text him again instead.
You said it's usually up to me
He's
what I
probably
want to
gone by now.
improve?
Sure is. Occasionally, you'll find that certain kinds of matches will benefit you in a more specific sort of way. But if that's the case, you'll know that going in. Sports entertainer insight, I call it.
Certain kinds of match. What?
Okay, cool.
Well, like match specialties, almost like
Any
in
other
GM.
questions?
How do I get a match?
Well, you'll want to talk to Molly first so she can let you know what management has in mind for you. But generally, I've found that matches in WWE, whether they come from management or not, get booked in one of two ways: talking to people or checking your social media messages.
What do you mean, talking to people?
I mean just that. Aside from being booked by management, you'll find that chatting with other superstars, the crew, or even other backstage visitors can lead to opportunities.
Okay, so basically this is their way of
Sometimes
teaching
people
me
might have favors to ask of you. Others
about
might have
all the
bones
stuff
to
I
pick.
did last game.
You know how they say
that they
it's
never
who you
explained
know?
why it really
That's
happened, but it kind
definitely
of just
true
happened.
in WWE. Who you know and who you talk to.
Huh, seems so easy.
It is. Don't try to put too much on your plate, though. You can always tell somebody who wants a favor no and come back to it later, or diffuse a tense situation. But once you agree to something, you'll need to see it through.
Okay.
I understand. So take it one thing at a time. Makes sense. And the other way to get matches? You mentioned social media. I'm gathering I shouldn't try to go on a social media hiatus while I'm a WWE superstar.
Definitely not. Even a dinosaur like me relies on that instrument of the devil. If you don't check your social media, both the public feed and your direct messages, you might miss out on opportunities. Not everything there will lead to a match, but it's worth keeping up with what the WWE Universe is up to.
Okay, so check my social media feed and direct messages. Got it.
Any other questions? Or anything you'd like me to explain again?
catering.
would you recommend in catering?
Honestly, the tofu. Even if you eat meat, give it a try. The seasoning is incredible.
Noted.
Any other questions? Or anything you'd like me to explain again?
Nah, I think I'm good.
Thanks, Tom. I think I have the...
Fantastic. Good luck tonight, LJ.
So,
what's up, Molly?
I know I didn't exactly get the best start, but I've got my head on straight now and I'm ready to go.
That's great to hear.
What do you have for me tonight?
Now here's something that's less great to hear. WWE management thinks that after everything that's happened, we should take a beat before we put the spotlight back on you.
Don't worry. I took your advice to heart. I'm okay with starting small, out of the spotlight. I'm not expecting to main event right away.
Good, because you won't be. I'm going to level with you. Backstage sentiment is not good right now. You may be a SmackDown superstar, but you've got an uphill battle if you actually want to be on the show.
So, my match tonight is...
non-existent.
Ah. What can I do? I don't want to just sit in catering.
No one does. But this will all blow over. My advice until then? Find some way to make an impact. Be so good in the ring that they can't deny you.
How am I supposed to do that if I can't get a match?
I said I couldn't get you a match on SmackDown. There are other opportunities to wrestle. Actually, I can pull some strings and get you on main event. You'll need to find an opponent, though. Most of the roster is pretty busy with commitments on SmackDown, and I don't have time to play matchmaker.
Wait, what do you mean? Give me
Pretty busy or
an event.
pretty mad at me? From the sound
What
of
on
it.
like
Yeah,
NXT?
I may have heard those rumblings.
What was the other NXT thing?
Although, have you
Is
met
it just
Ava
2.0
Moreno
again?
yet?
Or Level Up?
She's pretty new to SmackDown too, and also would have something to gain with a good showing on main event.
Oh, the show main event. Okay. To get me on main event, not in the main event.
We've met. I'm not sure she wants to work with me.
Neither of you have to work with anyone. You just have to show up and fight each other. Get her to agree to that, and I'll set up the match. If there's some sort of beef between you two...
No one said the match had to be friendly. Okay. Well, let's see what we can do here. See what she's got. Hopefully I can finally actually start wrestling.
Well, if it isn't little Justine. I would say
I
I'm
love
sorry
playing
how
your
your big
wrestling
debut
games,
turned
but
out,
spending more
but I don't
time
like
in
to lie.
dialogue than actually in
What
the
do you
ring.
want?
Showcase is the same way. So many cutscenes, very little actual action. And then everything's so guided and directed. It's like, you know, when do I actually get the opportunity to, like, play and wrestle how I want to? I mean, I guess they said that's what Universe Mode and Play Mode are for. But still, it's like, if I'm going to be going through all this, I don't want to just play Cutscene Simulator.
Let's cut to the chase. I want a match on main event. Molly said she can get me one if I find an opponent. It sounds like getting that exposure could help both of us. Are you interested?
Sure.
Great. That was actually easier than I thought.
Oh, but let me be clear. I want a match on main event, but not one against you. I want to make an impact here in WWE and make my matches count. It doesn't help me at all to defeat some jobber.
Okay.
What did you just call me?
If I wasn't perfectly clear at Survivor Series, I like people who've come up the right way and paid their dues. Not nieces who get handed special treatment because of what family they're a part of. And if that wasn't enough, I certainly don't like you after you proved me right and made a mess of things.
Regardless of what you think of me, I don't see how just sitting around and complaining is going to change anything.
I know as well as you do that no one else in the locker room is going to help you. You want a match with me? Prove that you have what it takes when you have to work for an opportunity. Pay some dues and stop waltzing around expecting special treatment.
I don't waltz.
We can agree to disagree, LJ.
And I disagree with whoever thought giving us a permanent nickname was a good idea. Alright, well, she said she wanted a match on main event, though, but not against me, so, like, what am I supposed to do now, then? Oh, cool. So that was the story, huh? I don't know what those green icons mean. Is there, like, a legend I can look at? Okay, these icons will tell you whether Welcome Queen can launch you into a must-play story, optional story, or challenge match. Okay. Focus on the must. Okay. Entering available story gate will accomplish this. However, once you enter a story gate, you'll never go back. So I just gotta look for the side arrows, and that's how I'll know whether I can go back or not. And then those other two, I think, are must-play stories.
I told you my terms. Does it?
Is that it? Oh, okay, so I do have to do something else before. Okay. Well, let's talk to Cora first.
Hey, what's up? I was actually hoping to see you around here.
What is she recording her voice in? A frickin' tube? Like one of the tubes you take out of a paper towel, like the cardboard? Oh,
you were?
Yeah, I loved watching old clips of your aunt on the network when I was growing up.
No, dude, why do they
cool when you
accept
debuted
this?
at Survivor Series
Like they couldn't
and
have
made it
done
your own.
anything with the
I'm
audio
all
or
about
something? Like get her in the booth, get solid audio quality, you know, do some mixing and like make it sound better. Do anything but this.
Would have been cooler to win. What are you doing at SmackDown? NXT 2.0 doesn't take up enough of your time?
Just doing some photo shoots and a little press. Honestly, it's been nice to be backstage at a show where I don't have to keep a lookout for toxic attraction. Not that I can't stand up for myself, but it's exhausting.
Want some help?
If you're offering, yeah. Honestly, I think they're just jealous. They may be hot and talented, but they could never do what I do. For one, they'd fall off the skateboard. You don't mind coming to NXT 2.0?
Not at all. It's not like I'm spread too thin with all my matches on SmackDown.
So this is the story confirmation prompt. It will give you relevant information on the story, such as the rewards gained on completion. You always have the option to confirm or back out of a story through this prompt. If you decide to confirm, you'll be locked into a story and can no longer take on other stories until you finish this current one. If you feel like you want to explore a little more or customize your WWE superstar, you can always select to decline the story and come back to it later as long as you've not passed through a story yet. NXT 2.U. What that kind of name is that? I don't know. I'm gonna join this party with my friend right quick. I almost said friend with my party. Oh, what is that? Ah, sick. Morbius is finally in Midnight Suns. They never put out any news on their characters now until they're actually in the game. Well, that's how it works.
The following contest is a tag team match set for one fall. Introducing first, from Grenoble, France, the On-Team.
Something in the game. That's not supposed to be on those parts of the screen. Oh my goodness, dude.
What?
You're really loud through your controller speaking.
Like,
I don't know why he just does that mad dash. I'm still talking about the game. Oh sweet, I haven't seen this entrance yet.
I know what you meant.
Gigi Dolan and JCJ Toxic.
I really like this. Just walked up to a door.
Yeah. Ah, this entrance. I've not seen this one before.
Someone took down the exit sign. Alright, read it. Oh my gosh. Every time. Oh. Is that a DDT or what? There we go. Give me 1 second. Why is it still off? I had it set to on. Bruh. Are you kidding me? I hate the iframes in this game because they don't make sense. Yeah. Nice. Give her a minute to recover, let Cora do some work. Snap suplex. Okay, why does that take... Okay, so sweet. What? Hello? Throw her in the ring. Oh, nice. Great. Oh, the connections. Oh. Okay. So what, dude? Oh. Interesting way to pull that off. Nice. Okay. Ooh. Okay, what the heck? Are you serious? Why do you finish this thing? Living life, got her signature. Oh, that's a good one. Get up, you stupid idiot. Are you gonna just take 3 years? Like, what the heck, man?
Here are your winners, Vaanti and Cora Jade.
How have you been that fun?
Yeah, but okay.
This is such a long loading screen. There we go. Oh, same. Oh, sick. Me doing some mocap action. Oh, cool. This is one of the ones from last year.
Are you flying out for some exciting mocap action too?
Over
I
what
am.
shit?
This is going to be awesome! Do you think they'll let us keep the funny suits? I hope so. Man, I am such a big fan of your aunt. I always dreamed of getting in the ring with her.
Sorry you have to settle for getting into the ring with me, I guess.
Sure, but you'll be doing all her moves, so it'll be pretty close.
Why would I be doing all her moves?
Because you're doubling for her? Did nobody tell you? Awkward. Yeah, they want us to give them some new combinations of moves for classic superstars. Fans love playing as WWE legends. Don't worry, you're gonna make a great Justine.
I don't want to make a great Justine. I want to make a great me. We may be related, but we are totally different wrestlers. I'm trying to establish myself as my own person, not just a copy of her.
Well, you are
I hear you. I guess they just think there's no one in the world who's watched more Justine matches than you, so no one could do her moves as well. That's why they asked me to double my close personal friend, Trish Stratus.
I get it. It's just not what I thought I was signing up for.
Don't worry, it'll be fun. We'll get out there, you'll hit a couple of Justine's classic moves, and everyone gets to go home happy. You'll make believe you're Justine, and I'll pretend I'm Trish. Maybe there's a love triangle. Or I just double-crossed you and cost you a championship shot. I don't know. We can workshop our backstory on the plane.
This is going to be a long flight.
Yep. Alright, I'm interested to see how they've set this up. I don't know what they mean by do all the moves correctly.
What time does the MYRISE crew get here? They're such a hassle to deal with. Oh, did I say that out loud? My bad. Friendly reminder to all talent and crew, please only use 3 squares of toilet paper. We have sensitive
What is...
plumbing here.
Hello? No. For what?
We haven't had a session like this since the one for 2K20.
Oh my goodness.
Yikes.
Sit down. There we go. That was a top rope. What do you mean? Oh, well, okay, it didn't say that. It just said a top rope.
Just do whatever you want.
Impossible to keep them down. They just always try to get back up. Oh my, look, she's already getting up again. So I wonder, what is she? Another one.
Weird with no audience, but I don't know. Pretend this is WrestleMania at the Performance Center.
Look at this. Stay there for like 5 seconds. Or not. That's cool too. That's absolutely amazing. Appreciate it.
Come on, mix it up a
Just
bit.
reverse that.
Got enough juice to that move.
Okay. Stay there. There we go. What are you doing? You idiot.
You look great. I mean, not really. No one can look good in a mocap suit, but your moves look great.
Are you serious? Bro! Just tried to do that. Stop.
I gotta get booked on NBA. With your left hand, dribble with your right hand. Now shoot. So much easier than this.
Oh, now you just want to lay there. Okay, cool. That's great. Thanks. Do some back in reverse.
Pick up the pace a bit.
So yeah, that's right. Right, that keeps going.
Going to OT. I'm in hot water.
What? This... Wait, did they give it to me?
I've been through the first half of this game
This
as
is
well.
going to be great in the next
Without,
game.
knowing
I mean, we
mechanics.
won't use a large portion of it, but keep it up.
And there's literally no tutorials on it or anything. Nothing tells you if you're able to do this. But, discovered by accident, you can grab on to the beasts.
Oh yeah.
There's a couple of other actions.
Whoever wins this match, it's on me. Well, technically it's on 2K since I'm expensing everything, but it's the thought that counts.
Yeah, sometimes when games are similar enough to other games, there are just certain things that they assume fans will know. Like that.
Well, I assume not in this one because the climbing gauge is so much shorter.
One,
like when you're climbing, you
it's
can't
over.
climb very well at all.
Mm. Okay, I think I'm gonna talk to a couple more people and then I'll wrap up my part 1 there. Had our debut, our match on NXT 2.0, little mocap memories. So yeah, now I'll talk to Sammy. He was probably still being a little idiot over there.
I hear the powers that be are conspiring to keep you off of SmackDown.
They certainly are. WWE management has it out for me.
I, too, have often been the victim of several conspiracies, most foul. Hang in there. Us persecuted need to stick together.
Thanks, Sammy.
Alright, let's check this out. Can get, okay, so that's for reversals, and then this is for your ability escape, stamina, recovery and special as well. Wow, a lot of different things in that. Okay, definitely want to upgrade that then. Did you even find it? Sure, I'll do this one real quick too. Ooh, 10 points, nice. Let's go. Oh, that's empty. I wonder if this is just gonna be some made up superstar. But yeah, it is. Geneva Rose. Bro, chill out. Why do they always just come in running like that? Oh, so now, wait, hold up. Oh, it still says it was off, but it showed me that one. I need to go back into game settings and see what's up with that, because I'm sure I turned that on. Nice. Ooh. Just getting moited. Yeah, definitely did. Ow, rude. There it is. Around the world, around the world. Go back in, put her down. Ow. Oh. What? For what? Like, why would that have even been a 1 count? Bro. Are you serious? Ow. Oh. Cool. What's my other signature? I forgot her moves already. Yeah. And then, oh. You stupid. Now hit him with the fatality. Dead.
1, 2.
For what? Why'd they give her resiliency? Should have gone for the pin after my signature. You can just make her tap out of this. Oh, okay. Hello? Excuse me? Why? Stop reversing. Stupid idiot. Oh, okay. Wait, what? I didn't let it go. Rude. Oh, come on. That's a lie. Okay. Didn't give me a single moment to reverse that one. What? That's what the timing on that is? I would never have gotten that intentionally. Absolutely not. Alright, that was a solid match. I enjoyed that one. Alright, Corey.
Looks like you were right about making a statement. That was a well-earned victory.
No problem, Corey. I was happy to help. I'm just trying to show everyone what I'm capable of.
Well, that was certainly a good start. How'd you like to give the trainers here another demonstration?
Another one?
What'd you have in mind?
Nikita Lyons, Kaden Carter, and Zaya Lee are coming to the PC for a social media shoot. But I know they'd love to get in some ring time while they're here.
Sounds good. I can hang out for another day or so. Sure, there's a decent hotel nearby. Who am I facing?
That's up to you. But you won't need a hotel. They'll be here any minute. You up for another match right now?
I never turn down a match. I've been trying to get ring time for a while now, so I guess this must be my lucky day.
Great. Who would you like to face?
I'll go up against Nikita Lyons.
Sounds good. I'll let her know.
Alright, we're good. I'm finally ready to take on our second main battlefield today in New Game Plus.
Not right this minute.
No, I just mean generally.
Yeah, cool.
I'm not ready right this minute either. I'm still in the middle of this fight. Where are you going? Oh, Northern Lights? Yep. Northern Lights. It just slaps. Oh. Ow. Oh my goodness, dude. There we go. Some middle rope action going. Or not. Yeah, I can taunt too, idiot. 3. Okay, they said I had knees in the corner. The knees. There we go. Alright, and I think that's all, folks. Well, unless they decide to throw me into another match. Or unless this loading screen decides to be another 10 minutes. There we go. Yeah. Alright, and then I don't think I can spin any of the... Oh, no, I can get one more level. Excuse me. Nice. Where's I put my overall on? I'm not able to see from here. Oh. Dang, it's kind of dumb. Oh, okay. Nice. Alright, well, I think that is where we will call it with this one. Next one, I've got a couple more must-play missions. We've got some more proving ourselves for that match against Ava. But it seems like we're actually getting in plenty more than enough than what that would even get us, so I don't know what the point of that is now. But that's going to be it for this one, guys. So, as usual, hope you've all been enjoying the series so far, and if you have, make sure to follow, leave those notifications turned on, or maybe even share it with a friend, or if you're watching over on YouTube, make sure to like, subscribe, comment, turn on notifications, do all that good stuff, and I will see you guys next time. Goodbye. And then comes the awkward moment where I have to end the broadcast. It's Sami Zayn just standing by those cakes, staring at me.